bless you. Want to do the intro?
Alright.
We live.
Hey, do your Google spreads. No, I'm joking. Yo. What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of the Mandem Read. We're here today, joined by Leke today.
Thank you.
The author of Flavours Of Hackney. But before we get into that, we'll introduce the Mandem as well. We got over there, we got Pat, aka East.
Man's doing Govins.
Man like Jay.
Or Jay Kizzle?
JK. You're done, no? And we're live, man. We're live.
Come on. Now, we met Leke before. Am I saying it right?
Leke's right. Yeah, Leke.
Yeah.
Leke Apena.
Leke Apena, yeah, man.
Leke
Strong
Apena.
Nigerian name, man.
Come on.
Where Nigeria from?
Yeah,
Yoruba.
Yoruba, yeah.
But I'm the good Yoruba one, not the one.
You're one of them demons.
Not one of the demons. Nah. Not demons.
What's the good one and what's the bad one?
There's a good one. There's not a lot of us, but Yoruba.
Hey, there's 200 million Nigerians or something.
And there's 5 good ones. I want the 5.
He's chosen.
No, that's good. And you're saying, obviously we met you at the last event that we done. You came by, smashed it, let everyone know about your book. And you also got other books, right?
Yeah. So I've got other books, yeah.
What other books have you got?
So this is actually my 3rd novel that I've written. The first book that I ever wrote, first novel that I published through my company, Urban Intellectual Books, was A Prophet Who Loved Her. So it's like a romance novel.
A what?
A romance novel. It's called A Prophet Who Loved Her.
A Prophet that loved her.
A Prophet Who Loved Her. Yeah.
Sorry, rewind. You said you got your publishing company?
Yeah, called Urban Intellectual Books.
Urban Intellectual.
That I published through.
That's your own.
That's my own.
That's your own.
My own imprint, my own publishing company. So.
And all your previous books have been published for your own.
Not my first one, but this one and my second one.
So what made you What's the difference between publishing a book on another company and your own? Like what?
Yeah.
Why? How comes you did it somewhere else the first time?
Yeah.
And then you now did it on your own. Like what's
so the first time I did it for this company called Ex Libris. They're like a self-publishing company, and they'll publish your book for you. So you write the book and they just publish it.
You've got to be an author to say that word, isn't it?
Yeah, Ex Libris. Yeah, some Latin. Some
sounds like
Latin.
Expelliarmus,
Some Latin with Harry Potter. Yeah, some Latin word.
Sorry.
Yeah, but yeah. So Ex Libris. Yeah, but they were just kind of long, like working with them. I couldn't reduce the price. I didn't have a lot of control. So I thought I want to have more control of the product that I'm creating. So I thought, let me just do it myself. And it was quite a steep learning curve, learning how to sort of publish a book myself and set up my own company and stuff. But I use this software called Ingram Spark.
Ingram Spark,
yeah, that lets you publish your own sort of book. And then through that, you can make your own company. So and I had more control of the pricing, how it looked, everything. So,
Sorry, brother. You know what, yeah? I feel like we've gone straight in there. Let's bring it back, bro. Let's talk about you.
Right.
Yeah?
Pause, big man.
Pause.
They bring you
No,
back.
but what I was going to say is you basically Rockefeller the thing.
Yeah.
Basically, innit?
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah, that's lit. Now, go on, what are you saying?
Who's Leke, bro? And tell us about yourself and your background and how you got yourself to a stage where you wanted to start writing. Where did that come from?
Yeah, so as I told you, I'm Nigerian. I didn't like reading, like most black boys, not to be stereotyped. We don't really like reading as much.
What did they say? If you want to hide something from a black man, hide
put it in a book.
Yeah, put it in a book.
Hey, I don't believe in that, by the way. I'm just...
Yeah. But
I swear you just freestyled that. That wasn't... They don't say black man.
I've heard it.
No, they don't say black man. They just say if you want to hide something from someone.
No, they're from black people.
Black people, yeah, black men.
Not just black people.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, black people, yeah.
I've heard that.
You think black men,
Well, the Mandem Read, innit?
Exactly. We're changing the narrative, you know what I'm saying? You got to change the narrative, yeah. So, I didn't like reading from young. But my dad, when I was naughty at school sometimes, I was quite naughty at times, he used to punish me by making me read books. So you're going to read a book, anything, whether it's Harry Potter, whatever. He just had all these books, you're going to read them for being naughty. And I was really naughty, so I just kept on reading because I was always naughty. And after a while, I thought, actually, I like reading. Like, there's just comic books that I used to read called Tintin. I never heard of Tintin.
I know Tintin,
I used to just
The blonde man with the dog in it.
I used to just read them.
French Donny.
It was like in a comic book structure.
Comic book comes, with the dog, and I
with
used
the
to
dog
just
Tintin,
read them. I
The
loved
dog
them.
I
cartoons.
swear he was receding from early.
Oh, from early, he's like 20 years old, receding.
It was a ginger.
Yeah, ginger guy,
Yeah.
hair like this.
I did
Yeah, the quiff. Yeah, the quiff.
Yeah, the little quiff.
It's odd though because he had some older guy that would
Yeah,
just
all
used
the
to
guy
chill
that
with
was
him.
with him, some older sailor guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there. It's all a bit
I don't
dodgy.
know, yeah,
No, those
yeah,
times
yeah.
they used to. It's all a bit weird, isn't it?
That's all a bit funny.
But yeah, you think about it now, it's a bit mad, isn't it?
And they used to do like mysteries and
Mysteries and stuff,
That's
yeah.
some
But
Scooby-Doo
yeah,
thing,
but when I was like 8, I thought that was lit. I used to really think this guy's gonna, this guy he's living a wild adventure, man. So from that, I started to like sort of stories. And then when I was like in year 7, I graduated to like reading more like novels. So I was reading Harry Potter in secret because
Bad
obviously
man book.
I couldn't let anyone know that I was reading Harry Potter back in those days. Like, yeah, reading Harry Potter, I'll get beaten up.
Harry Potter's a
I
bad
swear-
boy.
Harry Potter's sick though.
To me, you're probably like one of the only niggas that I know that actually read Harry Potter.
Like,
all of them.
I read it as well.
I read it.
Wait, all 7.
But I didn't
I
finish
read all
it.
7.
All right. Yeah, you read all
I read-
I
7.
read the last book in
5.
one day.
Okay.
One
Did
book
you
in one
read
day.
it because of
in
school
one
though?
day.
No.
So you read it in your own time?
Yeah.
You're one of the only niggas, bro. I swear now.
Just, that's why in my school, you had to keep it. Like, I was reading a lot of Harry Potter. Then from there, I was reading Lord of the Rings. Like one of my boys,
That's
it
hard.
was only me and him that were reading books like that. Lord of the Rings, all
Orcs
of them.
and that, yeah?
Yeah, orcs and that, man. The big thick books.
Yeah.
Reading it, Lord of the Rings. He's like materials. I reading some Shakespeare, even Jane Austen. I started to read a lot of stuff. So because I got really good at English, like I got like an A in English. Again, I had to keep it a bit quiet. Like, yeah, I done dead English in it, but really I was killing it. I was like, yeah, I love English, but you had to keep it on the low. So from there, I just started to like be like, I like writing stories, So I used to write lots of stories when I was younger, like in like secondary school days. They were all like rip-offs of like Dragon Ball Z or Harry Potter, like just rip-off stories.
So that's like your. You used to watch Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z.
take-
Yeah. I used to watch all of that. So I used to make like comic books with my boys, and we used to like they'll draw it, but because they didn't know how to like do dialogue and write, I would make up the storyline, and then we should do that.
Rest in peace, the creator of Dragon Ball Z.
Yep, Toriyama, R.I.P. man.
Oh, my dad.
Yeah,
What
but
was
yeah,
it? Satomi
I can't
Nakamushi.
remember. Yeah.
No, Akiyama.
No, that's the Bitcoin guy.
I'm not
innit?
gonna.
That's the Bitcoin guy. That's the same.
I'm not gonna butcher his
Hey,
name,
it's in
but
the same, bro.
You're sounding
The same Dragon Ball Z
racist.
creator,
You're
Toriyama.
sounding
a
racist.
lot of us used to watch Dragon Ball. when we were
Yeah.
young,
Dragon Ball Z to me was like
Yeah.
the first like cartoon where I feel like it really introduced like complex storytelling to like our society. Because before that, you had like Pokemon and that was basic.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, you had like people dying, people growing up, learning lessons, character development. It was like, wow,
It's the
this is-
culture in Japan, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
go
in
to Japan, yeah.
That's
and,
why.
that's the kids' cartoon, but it was so serious, you know.
deep, yeah.
It was
Can I
deep.
ask you a
That's
question?
true.
Do you think Goku's a good dad?
Oh, he's a bad dad, man. But he saved the world, so I don't know.
Was he a bad
Balancing
dad?
it.
Huh?
Was he a bad dad?
Balance.
He's always leaving his youths to go.
Yeah.
Go
Actually, no,
fighting, bro.
I don't think he's a bad
He
dad.
didn't raise his youths, bro.
But did he have to though? But in a way, think yourself, Chi-Chi was there. He go save the world.
So
he
he
come back.
basically made a
Did his
single
thing.
mom so he can go gym. That's what he did. He said, I have a rolling time chamber, I'm gone.
The thing
You
is,
got this.
the thing is, when you save the world, you can be like, you know what? Yeah, you're a bit of a bad dad, but you saved the world, so maybe we can just let it slide a little bit. But
It's slightly like the youth can just be raised by the village, innit?
yeah.
Hey, do you reckon, do you reckon most men in our generation are like,
Soft.
no, are there for their kids? Are they with their partners and that? And do you reckon we all grew up on Dragon Ball Z and Goku influenced us, bro? We're all-
Bro, I've never watched the Dragon Ball Z
I'm
episode.
joking.
Never.
I'm joking.
Nah, bro.
You grew up in London. Wow. How did you
No,
manage? How did you manage?
that's probably why. I didn't grow up in London.
Okay, about to
Yeah.
say.
You heard him talking about it in school when you went
My
back.
uncle used to watch it.
Yeah.
When did you come to London, though?
8.
And
grew up in
still,
London, bro.
you grew up in London.
Yeah, but I didn't watch cartoons like that.
Okay. How come we're just not allowed? It's just didn't really.
I said not allowed. No, I just. Do you know what?
It was
I
wrestling.
said, was Dragon Ball Z? What channel was Dragon Ball Z? on?
Tsunami Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I didn't have that, bro. I didn't have Sky early.
Oh, is it?
I had Sky from like 16 or something.
Yeah,
WWF.
I didn't have Sky,
Wrestling.
but
Channel 4.
I had cable. Oh, was it on cable now?
I didn't have cable or
4
Sky.
a.m.
but I'll go to my cousins when I got Sky.
All of that.
Yeah, I was on there. I had cable. Whenever I had Sky later on, I had cable for time, innit?
Yeah. Sorry. I mean,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we're drifting off in it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, we'll get to you said the comic book thing.
Yeah.
Man, it could be. If you write comic books, come chat with us, man. Let's go. Sorry.
No, that makes sense. So you basically were making rip-offs of comic books.
Don't
Yeah.
call it rip-offs,
Yeah.
but originals.
That's what he said.
No, they were rip-offs.
or you say
Of comic
your
books, to
influence.
start off
your
with.
Influence, yeah, but the big
Inspiration
rip-offs.
comes from everywhere. Nothing's
yeah.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100.
Yeah.
But they were rip-offs. But
Yeah.
what magic? No. Anyway, so
Yeah.
that's where you started.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then how did it develop to, okay, I want to write
Yeah,
an
so I
actual
think,
book.
like,
No, hold on. So you, after the comic book stage, you're gonna go to thing. Yeah.
yeah, so I was reading like more novels, just reading. And then at university, I was reading more like very complex like novels. Again, like He's Dark Materials, really like deep novels. But I wasn't writing as much because at university, I was just more focused on like getting good grades, chasing girls, being my boys raving. I was just like, writing things is sneaky. Let me just focus. Like read still, but writing things sneaky. Let me focus on.
Are you on dating apps?
I mean, I'm not even. No, man.
Have you ever been on a date now?
I have, but I don't even use it anymore.
What's your writing game? What's your texting game like?
It's all right. It helps.
Metaphors in that. You know what I'm saying?
That was
Similes
the
and stuff,
biggest segue ever.
I like
That segue there.
that segue as well. But
Them intros there, like.
yeah. That helps. I'm gonna like, right, So yeah, man. But I think after university, I think I got a bit more serious in my writing. I thought, okay, I want to actually write an original sort of novel. Like I want to write an original story, not rip off of Dragon Ball Z. like an original sort of story. And that's how I wrote my first sort of like novel, A Prophet Who Loved Her, which was a weird novel because it's nothing about my life at all. Like it's just basically about, just give it like an overview. It's about a pastor, grew up in the 80s Brixton. He's like a Nigerian pastor, grew up in the 80s Brixton. And he falls in love with this bisexual Nigerian girl. And they grow up together, they go for the Brixton riots, all that stuff. But then they break up later on. And he becomes like a big pastor in South London, and she becomes like a artist in America when she goes off. And then they come back together again, like 18 years later as adults. She comes back to Brixton to look for her dad. And they kind of like rekindle their friendship and romance. But he's married, so it caused like a bit of a sort of complication. I don't know how it came to my head, but it just came to my head, yeah. And I wrote it, and it sold pretty well. Like it's my best-selling book. Like the women, girls in general loved it, and they couldn't believe that a guy wrote it as well.
2 questions. First of all, obviously, where was it? What was the inspiration from?
Yeah, I think it's because I used to be a Christian. Yeah, I'm not really a Christian anymore, but I think at the time I was battling for my faith. So I thought to myself, if you're a pastor, like you must have a lot of like. If you're a pastor, especially if you're a male pastor, you must have like a lot of
what, baddie aunties in the
no,
church?
not even that. Like you just got like a lot of like, you're a pastor, isn't it? So you have a lot of expectations on you. So what happens if like there's a girl that you used to like do a thing with back in the day, comes back into your life? How do you handle that as a pastor? Like, because you must get tempted as well as a pastor, you know.
Yeah.
So that kind of got to me a little bit, like, and then from that, I just mastered about, I want to explore the history of black people from the 80s, because I feel like that's not good enough. I thought I just combined the two into one like love story.
You know, I want to rewind a bit.
Yeah.
I'm pocket watching a bit, innit?
Yeah.
You said about it was your bestseller, innit?
Yeah.
So what do you mean, like how many units we selling? How many?
You know, altogether, it's not a lot, but but altogether, I sold about 400 and no,
I might want to write
500. You know,
500.
Yeah, 500. I made I didn't make bare money. The fact that I sold 500 novels, I didn't do much marketing.
That's cold, you know. That's cold. That's
No,
cold.
let's do the math. 500.
Let's not do the maths anyway.
How much did each cost?
What's all this about?
But when you sell a certain amount,
Yeah.
is you know, like when you sell records, you got like platinum, gold.
Yeah.
Is it
Nah,
something like that?
it's not that. But it still sells now though.
I'll say this way: you probably made more money than someone who's got 1 million streams on Spotify.
Yeah. No, I made about £600. No, if a bit more, £800 actually. Yeah, £800. Yeah. Over like 2 years, so nothing mad.
Yeah, that's right.
But still £800.
How much marketing did you put into it?
Not too much, you know. But to be fair, what helped me a lot was that on Instagram, I know a lot of, they call them like bookstagrammers. So a lot of black girls who like review books.
Yeah.
So I just reached out to them and they just posted it, and that got me a lot of sales, more than ads.
But seeing as you said, this is your own publishing, innit?
Yeah.
Do you reckon if you was with a different company,
Yeah.
you would have sold more?
Yeah, definitely. They would have pushed me out more. The only thing is I don't know if a traditional publisher would have necessarily. I think my traditional publishing is the books they publish is not really the kind of books that I want to write. Like they have a very set agenda. If you look at the publishing world now, especially fiction and what they want from black men, it's very different. I'm not trying to. It's always about.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Are you gay?
Yeah, see that?
Are you?
Say that again.
Are you gay?
Well,
These are the
top. These are the
so
top.
there was stories about, are you a gay black person? Are you a black man trying to be trans? Or like, are you a black person who's gone through like, I don't know, are you getting like,
So these are the things
of black people?
These are the things they want you to write about.
Write about, yeah.
Mad,
And I can't bother.
You know what it is? I'm not gonna say it's mad, yeah. You know what it is? Yeah?
I rate what you done.
You know what? Why I say it's not mad right now? We live in a world where that is the main topics at the moment.
Yeah.
And if you own like a published company, you own something that you need to sell. So like, for example, people coming out as gay, people coming out as trans, especially in the black community, is rare, isn't it? So like, but that's probably gonna have a good target audience now.
Yeah.
You're gonna flourish. If you
middle class white people. Because the thing is, middle class white people in general, people who buy novels a lot.
Yeah.
So they're the ones who are gonna. They're thinking, look, they want to read about black people who are gay, trans, or I don't know, they're suffering in life because of police brutality and that kind of stuff. So that's what they want to read. So they want to sell to them, which I guess it makes sense as a business. But I'm like, look, there is an audience that also wants to read about black people just living authentic black lives.
Exactly.
So that's why I thought, I'll write it myself, and then I'll find out a way to market it to the right people. So that's what I've been doing.
And your target audience is
black people. Like,
exactly.
Yeah, black people.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Don't have to go to these big publishers, man.
Yeah,
what I'm trying to say is, I'm saying that genders that the big publishing companies are pushing. I'm not saying they're right or wrong, but I'm just saying, like, even with music, everything's getting pushed. There's an agenda pushing everything because it goes with the sales. I'm not saying that it's good for it's for them to push that kind of agenda. I'm not saying it's wrong either. I'm just saying
just the agenda, innit?
it's just an agenda that's happening.
So also, what do they want from the other? Do you have an insight of what they want from the other demographics?
So like, because I read a lot of books and I read it, like, the thing is, when it comes to like not fiction books in particular, women read them, innit? Women read the fiction books. That's why even if you notice, even in Flavours of Hackney, there's a big romance element to it because I know it's with fiction. I'm like, look, I sell more when I put like romance in it because women are gonna read the fiction books. Men ain't gonna really. I read fiction, but most men don't read fiction.
Let's test this out.
Yeah.
Is this true? Okay.
Yeah,
Say no more. Say no more.
Most
Say no
women
more.
read fiction.
Like me, I want mystery, thriller.
Or you might be thrillers, or even
science
maybe
fiction.
thriller, or if not,
I want
we read
facts.
like facts, business books,
Self-help,
self-help, how
yeah.
to get rich, how to get money, how to be better. Self-help books, which makes sense because we're very practical. Men are generally quite practical. So I knew, I'm like, because before this, after Popular Love, I wrote Flavours of Black, which is just about black guys, 3 black boys. So these boys in this book, and they're older, launched their own club, and their friendship gets tested. It didn't sell as well as I thought it would. I thought it didn't sell as well. But Popular Love just sold so much. And I realized, because there was no romance to it. It was just about 3 black boys who run a club. And it didn't really catch on as much as I thought it would. So I realized I need to put in the romance element to attract sort of females. That's why even now I only write when I write fiction books, it's to do with romance.
Let me ask you a question here. So what's your target age group with your books?
I'd say about probably 18 to 35.
Would you not say this one, you can say like, maybe from
14? Yeah, 14. This was a YA,
to maybe like 25, because you know what is here? I feel like when you get to like an adult stage, maybe like from like 25 and upwards, you don't have. I feel like if you're working, you don't really have time to read books. But young kids will. Not young kids, sorry, like secondary school kids.
Yeah, you would love to.
Like you're saying, in secondary school, you're reading Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is a tough book to read. It's not some easy thing.
It's because of the language used and
language of times. The fitness, the paragraphs of like
talking about things that's not like 15-year-olds or something.
But when you're in that age group, I think when like in secondary school, you have the time to read the books, time to digest the books, and it sounds mad, but you probably have more of an imagination, so you can probably get easily lost in this book or any book. You know what I'm saying? So I was just wondering, like, do you think about target audiences and target ages when you're writing your books?
I do. And this book, the reason I wrote this book actually is because when I wrote Flavours of Black, there's a woman that she shows a lot of my books for a bookstore, and she shows a lot of people are asking for like a young adult book for like young black boys. So why not write one? I thought, alright, then fine. So I thought, let me just write like a prequel to Flavours of Black. So I wrote Flavours of Hackney, and it sold pretty well. It sold more than Flavours of Black. I mean, I'm gonna release Flavours of Black again. Let me just release it again. Try to like market it a bit different. But this sold actually pretty well. Like you said, a lot of young people really liked it. I mean, I think there's a school in Hackney that wants to invite me over to that. Talk about the book. The book.
Wait, so you're saying Flavours of Black was for men?
Huh?
Flavours of Black.
Flavours of Black was like for young men. So Flavours of Black is the book that
before this prequel.
So, but it's set. This is the like set before Flavours of Black. But Flavours of Black came out. But Flavours of Black came out before.
Okay.
So it's about the same characters, but they're just older, like in their mid-20s, and they want to launch their own nightclub because they're broke. But this is the book about their friendship and how they became friends. I don't know if you guys read it yet, but that's how they became friends and stuff.
So to make it about men, you made it about guys trying to make business, basically.
Yeah, exactly. But it didn't sell as well because it was a fiction book. So guys were like, it's a story. Yeah. And most girls were like, but there's no love in it and stuff. So so it was hard for me to find a market. But this one, it appeals to young people because it's a young book. So
because I remember, like, you think of things like when I was growing up, we had like Keisha the Skit and that.
Yeah, Keisha the Skit. And similar, I tried to copy that same sort of vibe.
I've never read that though. I've heard about it.
I read it. It's good.
It was like online though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was online. Yeah, it was online. Yeah, I think it's like before. I was too young to read. I was like year 7 it came out.
I'm a bit older than you, so I was like, Keisha's active. And just bringing it back here. So like, obviously, you released your first book with, I guess, some other publishing agency.
Yeah.
And then after that, what was it? You on writing another book, or you just living normal life?
So right now, I'm writing another book.
Let me say after your first book.
Oh, my first book. Yeah. So after
the Prophet one.
Yeah. So after my first book, I thought, okay, that did pretty well, but I want to write another book. So that's when the idea for Flavours of Black came on. Like, I want to write a book about 3 black boys who just like they're in life, they can't make money, they're broke, they hate their corporate jobs, so they launch a nightclub. Because at that time I loved raving, like I was a proper raving guy, man. I was in Shoreditch every weekend, Box Park, Ace Hotel. You know, I was just there loving. I thought I loved the raving.
I've been to that
culture.
place once. It's kind of lit.
It is lit. I was like
before it closed down.
Yeah, before it closed down. I think it must have been like my mid-20s. I thought I love the raving culture.
Matter of fact, what do you do? What's your 9 to 5?
So I work in marketing.
Marketing.
Yeah, copyright art / PR.
Oh, you're a copywriter?
Yeah, nice. Copyright, yeah.
Okay.
You could do that like, you could basically do that without working for a company, can't you?
Copyright, you can. I've done it before. I have some clients on the side.
Because I was gonna say, like, how does your marketing job, like, affect you, your ideas and stuff like that.
Yeah. It kind of helps because it allows me to, because I work in marketing and I have to market things myself. So I have to like make things look good, write the right copy, like, you know, and I have to sort of use social media to my advantage. That's why I knew to target influencers rather than just run ads. Because if I target influencers that have like 10,000 followers on Instagram to share my book, it's going to get me a lot of eyes. So marketing helps sort of with that. Because I'm a writer anyway and I write all the time, it just helps me sort of write quickly as well. So, yeah, man. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, so. But yeah, now, so Flavours of Black did, so I wrote Flavours of Black. Just, I wrote it because I just wanted to explore, like, I thought there's no novel that actually explored, like, black raving culture, you know, and how great it is. So that's why I wrote Flavours of Black, you know.
So I'm guessing them times when you're hitting up Shoreditch, what is this, when Brick Lane was still popping?
Yes,
you can go buy those bomber jackets. With
you know, this guy knows, man.
I was living on that strip for like a good 3 years.
I was, for 3 years, I was just there every weekend, Friday to, it was just, but I loved, so I wanted to write about that culture. And I do love that book, Flavours of Black, but just didn't sell as well. But I think maybe I didn't market it as best as I maybe could have.
I'm gonna go read that because that's a part of my life, bro. That kind of lifestyle was there.
I think it's still selling. I don't know. I mean, you might find it somewhere, but I'm gonna re-release it anyway. Re-release it properly.
So where's this? Is this on Amazon?
Yes, this is on Amazon.
It's got Audibles as well.
Yeah, Audible. No, not Audible. Yeah, I'm working on that. But right now, it's Amazon. There's an ebook as well. Flavours of Hackney. I'm gonna release the sequel to this, Flavours of Black, at some point, probably towards the end of the year. Just to re-release it, new cover, market a bit different. But my next book is I'm writing another book called Secure the Bag, Not the Heart, which is like a sort of black female romance.
That sounds like a romance again.
Romance, yeah. So yeah.
So what you're staying on? You kind of injecting romance into all your things.
I said that I'm gonna
niche it as
target
romance. Audience.
Yeah,
So that means you're writing with the
target audience in mind.
In mind.
Yeah.
But are you writing what you want to write?
It's still what I want to write. So even with my romance novels, I try to include some stuff about, because even in this book, Secure the Bag of the Heart, it's about quick overview. It's about so there's a black guy. He's like a wealthy crypto investor in his 30s.
Hold on, let's rewind. Secure the bag, not the heart. I like
Secure
that.
the Bag, not the Heart. Yeah. So it's coming at the end of this year. I've written like the fourth draft.
Heads perked up
Secure the Bag of the Heart, man.
Secure the Bag, not the heart.
So it's about this crypto investor, Nigerian guy. He's made a lot of money in London. But he loses a lot of the money to one of his clients, like a dangerous, crazy Kenyan arms dealer. So he has to get the money back that he's lost through crypto investment. So he has to work with this girl.
I'm not gonna lie, your stories are deep. Where is the inspiration from? No, finish your story, but after where the inspiration from?
So the guy basically so because he lost all this money to this like client of his, like this crazy Kenyan arms dealer. He has to work with this girl that he used to know from back in the day. She's like a fraudster and a thief, and they have to work together to sort of get all this money to pay back this guy. And through like working together to like pay back this guy and getting money and stuff, they end up like kind of catching feelings for each other. But they have a very bad sort of past from like the younger days when he used to like bully her and all that kind of stuff. So but that even though it's a romance book, it explores things of like, you know, colorism. So for example, this girl, secondary school days, she was like fresh from Nigeria and he was like born here. So I explore like people that were born here and how they treat people that were from Nigeria.
Caribbean.
Yeah. No, he's a black guy, Nigeria. But even Nigerians, you treat Nigerians, you know? No, Caribbean thing. Caribbeans used to.
Hey, give Africans hell with it.
No, but if you think Caribbeans used to, but even me, in my school year, if you're Nigerian born here, and there's like a fresh Nigerian cop, you used to bully him as well.
Is that how it was?
That's how it was. So in my book, I even explored a little bit of that and their relationship, and how that happens as well.
I've been a freshie still, it's cold.
Yeah. So but also, but again, I also want to explore like, you know, the world of crypto, and I also want to like write about
that could be a Nollywood.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like I've seen like Yoruba Boys. I can't one.
You ever thought about writing screenplays and stuff like that?
I have wrote screenplay actually.
You've written one?
Yeah, I've written a screenplay. Yeah. I've written two.
Ready? Come on.
And what is you plan to do like a film or?
Yeah,
feature?
I've got one that I want to start filming maybe in the next 2 years, but I just need to raise some capital for it. But I've started already. Yeah, a little short.
Quick question: are you a romantic?
You see, the thing about me is funny. It's funny because I've read quite a bit of romance books to study the art form of it, but I myself, am I romantic?
Are you too Nigerian?
I can be.
Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah. You know, I was waiting for that still.
I can be.
He can be. He said he's one of the good Nigerians.
I can be.
He's not answering it here. He's not answering it.
I can be. I can be, but I'm jaded. You know what I'm saying? I'm jaded. Let's just put it that I'm jaded. So I can write romance books, and I go to like another. When I write my romance novels, I mean, like I put like a different hat. Like, but in my day to day, when it comes to like love romance, I'm a bit jaded.
But this is what I'm saying. Where are you drawing from?
No, it's just.
Was that a secret?
No, it's not a secret. You know, I think I just like when I'm writing, I just go to like another part of myself. Like, okay, you're not Leke. Now you are Leke, but you're the writer Leke.
Do you need like special conditions to get all this out? Like
I do drink a little bit of Magnum, you know.
you're in a dark room.
Yeah,
Jay sounding mad right now.
Hey, nah.
Wait, hold on, let me-
Hold on.
Bare posters of like Bobby Yarn and everyone.
Like you're in a let me,
Play some Marvin Gaye.
yeah. Like,
You can't be out here
mad.
writing.
like the temperature's got to be
love
right
stories,
and all that kind
Some
of.
And you're not
candles,
loving
incense,
yourself.
you know. Proper ambience, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't be out here writing love stories. You're not a lover yourself, G. What's going on?
Look, you know, I'm not a lover. It's just that.
What does it take?
Look, I'm 34, isn't it? So at my age, and I'm single. So you don't get to 34 single.
that's for
and
the-
you're not a bit jaded. As I want to say.
You hear that, ladies? He's single, innit? So
Hit him up, man.
hit him up.
Why are you drawing him out?
Hit him
But I'm
up.
busy, ladies, so I don't know. You won't get much.
Hit him up. Break his heart. Do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
We need more
We need more
material.
books.
Yeah, well, seriously, yeah, I know, you know.
We need more books.
To be fair, actually, no, because I have been heartbroken before.
You have been.
And yeah, I have been, and I have been, and that helps. That did actually
That's
improve my
fine,
writing. Yeah, did especially with even with a Perfect for Love though, because at the time I was going for I won't get too personal with my life, but I was going for a major breakup, like a very significant breakup, significant, and it like made me even look at love in a very different way, and I think it made a Perfect for Love much more deeper. I think when I went for that.
From what I remember, you got a child, right?
Yeah, I got a child. Yes, and I had
Is that
yeah,
from that?
from that. Yeah, that was
Okay,
quite
yeah,
quite
yeah.
impactful. Like it was very severe.
Yeah.
And it did sort of make me. I think it made Perfect Love actually a better written book because I was able to explore like even the fallout of love and in a more authentic way because I was going through it literally while I was writing that book. So
You had time in your hands.
yeah, time hands, yeah. And in a way, it was like therapy for me actually.
No, I
like
hear
Perfect Love, yeah.
I hear that.
Therapy.
I was gonna
East.
what?
Have you ever been heartbroken?
Oh, don't do that.
I'm not
Enjoy
leave
that.
Bama now.
Leave me out. But what I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I see that.
like me, I like sci-fi. You ever
Yeah.
plan on doing a?
I do plan on writing a sci-fi. Like,
Horror,
I've got one,
sci-fi, thriller, that kind
I've
of
got
stuff?
one story for sci-fi. I've not really wrote it yet, but like a little synopsis of it about what would happen if like, you know how they're saying like right now in the world, like people are not really breeding. Like people not having, as in the birth rates are falling. So to put it better, yeah. So people not having children. But in
think so?
Africa,
You know,
people
Yeah,
having
yeah.
loads of children. So I've got an idea in my head that what would happen if like, let's say in Europe, the birth rate got so low, they had to invite loads of Africans now to like pop up the economy, pop up the
just
population.
breed out.
And after a while, Africans just took over. So the story is set in a world whereby Africans now dominate Europe. So we basically become the new Europeans.
Hey, don't give this guy a director.
And the
bro.
whites are like the
If
less.
he makes films, it's alright.
So what?
And so the whites, some a group of white people, they'll be like, wow, we become the less dominant race by far now.
Are they being subjected
Yeah,
to?
so they're like the low race now. Africans are like the ruling race.
What are we doing to them? Are they?
We're just controlling them like they control it. So we run the companies, we run everything, and they're like
Because there's
so-
more black people.
Yeah, more black people now. So we run
Okay.
over. So there's like a group of black
Because we just
group-
piped
Yeah,
everything.
so a group of white people, they're like terrorists trying to take over, trying to get back.
Like little factions.
Factions, yeah.
Trying to overthrow,
Exactly, yeah. And
yeah.
then this white guy
I beg you,
that's
write
dating
this
a
book.
black girl.
Yeah.
And he has to infiltrate this like the white supremacy people, try to get what they're doing.
Yeah, I
Oh,
beg
so-
you,
but-
write
but
this
then
book.
he started to get a bit like, oh shit.
He's falling in love with them.
Yeah, no, fall in love with the white people a little bit like, oh, but the black girl's like, yeah, but you're married to me now, so that conflicts. But the black girl at the same
Do
time,
you
yeah,
think
so
the white boy was like, I'm pro like saving the world, yeah?
yeah, I'm for black.
Then-
now,
then
'cause
he
obviously
meets a white
white
Dr.
people, yeah, white people, yeah, and it's not thinking,
Also,
yeah.
so because he's trying to. All right, just a rewind. So he's trying to infiltrate the.
the white supremacy people to see what they're doing because they're doing these terrorist attacks. around
Oh,
Europe.
on some like Pocahontas avatar tip.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, so basically the white guy, because now in Europe, yeah, it's dominant, as Africans run it. So now it's called like African Europe. So Africans run Europe now because they invite us here. After 200 years, we run it now because white people stopped breeding, so we run it now because we were all breeding. So it's just we just run it now. So white people are like, oh shit, what are the low? But there's these like small factions of white people that are like doing little terrorist attacks.
They're underground and
yeah,
trying
trying to come.
Oh, yeah.
Why did you
Some
do
Black
that so they
Panthers.
can't breed?
They can't.
Some
Some
white
of them can be,
Panthers.
but they're like we're so long. We need to like try to like attack them.
Yeah.
Try to get back on top, isn't it? So this white guy, so some white guys they've accepted it that black people dominate. So this is white guy, he's accepted it, and he's like, and he's like a James Bond guy. He's like married to like a black woman. Like a man, he loves
But
her.
on purpose, was it
Yeah,
strategic?
on purpose. No, and they has to do it because at this point Africans dominate.
The majority.
Yeah, so if you're a white guy, he's like, I'm gonna marry a black woman if I want to, like, you know.
So he's
So it wasn't strategic. It wasn't out of love.
No, it's out of love. But then because he's a white guy and he's like a spy, they said, listen, we want you to infiltrate these white people. White
Oh, the
terrorists.
factions.
Yeah, factions. Infiltrate them, get to know them.
Yeah.
And see what are they planning next.
Oh.
Yeah. So when he's in them, he starts to like learn a bit more about them. And they try to like, bring him in, like, listen, you're white. Don't be with the black girl or black women girl. And he's like, oh, he starts to get a bit like, I don't know.
His head starts to turn.
Yeah, and the black girl, she starts to see some changes in her husband. Like, why are you like, yeah. So a story about that, you know, and his loyalty starts to be like,
He introduces race bait to the bedroom.
Huh? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he starts saying certain things. She's like, "Why are you saying that?" But she doesn't know that he's actually a spy.
He's been
Yeah, and
He's a white panther.
Yeah, so yeah, in a way that's that. So I thought that's the story I got planned as a sci-fi story. You know? And the white people, basically, what they're doing is they're using this technology secretly to like build more white people. So because their women are all kind of like not there anymore, they're breeding and like and just making clones of themselves, and they're using that as a way to like prop up their population, going to take back Europe. And stuff. So that's the idea that I've got for
That's a hard idea.
sci-fi story still, yeah.
I'll make a sick movie as well.
I tell my boy about it, he's like, listen, you write that book, white people will be scared. Because the thing is, it's actually happening now, you know. It's happening now, but look at the stats. Like, people are not having babies in the Western society, especially like middle class white people. But even England, it's happening. You know, it's not happening so as bad as Japan, but it's happening. We're not really... like white people in general, they're not really having babies like that. But Africa was just multiplying. In Africa,
Cartel's got a lyric about this, isn't it? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, so
We're breeding with like Chinese people now.
Yeah,
as well,
yeah. You know, so
we're taking over.
Yeah, and that's the white man's biggest fear. You know, if you read that Rivers, I don't know if you heard of Enoch Powell's Rivers of Blood. It's like a speech that Enoch Powell, he's like a politician. Yeah. Says it like, black people like one day may take over if we're not careful, and that, you know. So.
I think the fear is take over and subject them to what we.
And this is what I want to say about that. What would happen if we did that? You know.
Yeah.
So that's the idea I've got in my head. I'll write it one day, not now, but it's in my head. I've wrote like a synopsis of it. So
that black gene, that melanin's too dominant, bro. It's too dominant. It's peak. But going back to the book, I was gonna say,
yeah.
What is like a big quote or a standing part of the book,
yeah,
because I'm going to ask you to read it, that you think stands out of this book, that you could read to our audience?
Read it, read it.
Like something that you feel like either signifies the whole book or summarizes the book, or you think stands out.
Yeah. I think I know the bit. Another bit.
Any more Maggie?
No.
Oh, rage.
John's got a last one, I think.
Shout out to everyone watching us on live.
Who's on the live?
We've got 3 people. 1, 0. Hey, put the phone down.
No, we can cut it up. We can cut it up still. We can cut it up.
I want to read the bit. There's a bit where, so Gavin, the main character of this book, he talks to his uncle. Basically, a lot has happened. Like, towards the end of the book, a lot has happened. And his uncle speaks to him.
With the voice of justice.
For justice. Real talks. Yeah, some real talk to him. So I find one bit, he says one quote to him that I work for. Yeah, that's hard.
It's dope that you know exactly what, quote in the book you...
I think most authors do, though.
You know the book page by page, heart by heart, right?
Yeah. Okay, this is what I'm going to read. All right, cool. It will make a bit more sense. Obviously, read the whole book, but still, I think it's good. Look, all right. So, okay, I'm going to read this. It's just like a paragraph.
Do you want to look at the camera when you're there?
All right, okay. Can I? Okay, fine.
Wait, that middle one. No, this one.
Which one? Yeah.
All right, okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. All right. Uncle Reese moved closer to Gavin on the sofa and put his arms around him. It was the first time that they had been so close to each other. I'm a better man now, and that's why I'm going to be a good role model to you, Gavin. Your mom brought you here to live with me because she knows I will show you the right path. The Nash twins didn't learn from their brother's death, and sadly, Nasha will be led down the wrong path by his older brothers. You can see it's happening already, but that's not going to be you, Gavin. You won't end up dead or in prison because you've got good people around you. Nasha doesn't. Yeah.
That reminds me of a scene from what's that film? Is it Menace to Society?
I was thinking of a film like that as well.
When he gets sent to his dad's.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Ricky.
Lawrence Fishburne. He gets sent to his dad.
Yeah,
but his dad was cruel to, not cruel to him.
Yeah.
I didn't doing bare chores, innit?
Yeah.
Obviously, it built him up as a man, a young man.
Yeah.
So like, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Like in this book, to sum up the like, just not the whole plot, but it's about a guy, Gavin. He's from Brixton. His best friend gets killed in the very start of the book. So his mom gets scared, basically, it's like a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air situation, but obviously more hood, so he gets sent to Hackney. So not to like Chelsea. He's sent to Hackney to live with his uncle. Uncle Reese is like his mum's brother, basically. In Hackney, he's like, okay, I'm a South London boy. I'm in Hackney now, so I need to make new friends. But he gets into a lot of trouble with like these people. This guy called Nasha and the Nash twins, a lot of things sort of happen and escalates. But the scene that I just read is where he's been for a lot with these like boys. He almost actually gets killed. But he manages to survive. I won't spoil why. And his uncle just basically tells me, look, Nasha, he's grown up with a lot of, like, his brothers are into, like, road, and they're into crud. So he's unfortunately going to go down the same path because he's surrounded by bad people. Whereas you, Gavin, you've got me. I'm a good guy. And your mom's a good person. So you've got good people around you. You won't go down that path. The point I was making in that scene is that sometimes when it comes to, like, just men in general, but especially black men, we're not just bad because we're bad. Sometimes black men are bad because they're surrounded by bad people. Simple as that. They never had good people around them. If you have good people around you, you're more likely to be a good person in the long run. You know, I had lots of friends growing up in Stratford, kind of town where, you know, they could have been good, but their brothers were into badness, their fathers were into badness, their cousins were into badness. So if that's what you're surrounded by, you're gonna do that. I also surrounded by it as well, but because my dad was is a good man, and I had good cousins, and you know, I had the church there. I didn't go down a path, but I could have as well. So that's the point I was making with that sort of scene. Uncle Reese just tells me, like, look, you're not going to be a statistic because you've got good people around you. But unfortunately, Nasha, the guy who like he's ops basically in the book, Gavin's up, he's going to go down the bad path because everyone around him is just bad, unfortunately. So that's just the point I was making in that scene.
Let me ask you, who would you get to play Uncle Reese?
Oh.
Just pick like a famous actor.
Bashi.
No, I was gonna say Kano, but he's Kano, because Uncle Reese used to be a bad man himself. He used to be a bad man himself. Like, he used to be about that life as well. But then when his best friend got killed in a nightclub, he's like, no, I can't do this anymore. So he sort of turned his life around. And I think Kano has that. He can play like the proper guy that you look in his eyes like, no, this guy's, he can kill me, you know. But he's got that, by the same time, he's got that sort of vulnerability and softness to him as well. I think Kano strikes that balance. I don't know if I've seen The Kitchen.
Yeah.
I think
Netflix.
No, I didn't like The Kitchen.
I liked it.
I didn't like it. I didn't think it was good at all.
I would have said Mike GLC.
Yeah, Mac GLC actually. Yeah, Mac GLC actually. Yeah, Mac GLC actually. Yeah, that's a good shout actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's good to. You know what? Before you go, in that camera, just a short summary. Introduce yourself, what the book's about, where to find it.
Yeah.
And tell them to follow and subscribe to the Mandem Read.
Yeah, so this is Flavours of Hackney. It's a book about a boy called Gavin Campbell from Brixton who gets sent to live with his uncle in Hackney. He meets new friends, Yemi and Cressy, and they get into a lot of trouble in Hackney. But yeah, it's a fun book, coming of age story about, you know, being a black boy, growing up in a different environment and making friends, falling in love for the first time. It's an enjoyable read. My name is Leke Apena. I'm an indie black British author. You can find me at Urban Intellectual Author on Instagram. My new sort of book, Secure the Back of the Heart, is coming out end of this year. It's a romance, thriller, espionage, spy book, and we discussed it briefly. So look out for that. And yeah, man, thank you, Mandem Read.
And
Thank you for coming through, bro.
Yeah, man.
We might have you back again, innit?
Yeah.
When the other one's released.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, listen, I'll send you guys a few copies, man.
Yeah,
man. Of course.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. Thank you for coming through,
I
bro.
appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Come on, big
That was fun, man. I wasn't talking too much, man. The Magnums.
No,
Nah, that's good. That's what we want.
That's what we want.
Yeah, man.